Welcome to the Starwood family of hotels and resorts. At Starwood Hotels and Resorts, your safety, the safety of your coworkers, and our guests is our primary goal. This video will provide you with a general overview of your safety responsibilities while at work. We expect you to perform your job to the best of your ability, safely. We don't have any job that can't be performed safely. If at any time you're unsure about your responsibilities or the safety of a particular action, stop and ask your supervisor. No one has a bigger impact on safety than you. That's because most incidents are preventable. They usually occur when people feel rushed, fail to follow procedures, or become distracted and fail to concentrate on the task at hand. By giving full attention to your job and thinking about how to work safely at all times, you're doing your part to reduce workplace injuries. Let's begin with safe lifting procedures. It doesn't matter if you're lifting luggage, boxes, or other items. They must be lifted properly. The basic rule is to use your legs, not your back, when lifting anything. If you think about how you're going to lift and follow the proper procedures, you shouldn't have a problem. If an item is too heavy to lift by yourself, ask a coworker for assistance. Remember, bend your knees, not your back. Slips, trips, and falls are common incidents that can be prevented. The majority of slips and falls occur when people are not watching where they walk. Therefore, you need to be aware of the surface you're walking on and watch out for any hazards that you may encounter. Keep all file drawers closed. Don't leave electrical cords in walkways where someone could trip over them. If you see something on the floor that doesn't belong there, pick it up. It only takes a few seconds and can prevent a serious injury. Clean up all spills immediately, and if floors are wet, be sure the proper warning signs are in place where everyone can see them. When going up or downstairs, always hold the handrail. If you notice torn carpeting or any other tripping hazard that you cannot correct yourself, notify your supervisor immediately. If your job requires you to use chemicals, always use the proper personal protective equipment. Read the label before you use the chemical. Never use chemicals in unlabeled containers. Make sure caps are secured on all chemical containers, and keep chemicals stored in their proper place at all times. If you want more information on a particular chemical, ask your supervisor for the material safety data sheet for the chemical. These material safety data sheets contain all the information you need to know about the chemicals and hazardous materials in your workplace. You may also be required to use electrical equipment in the course of your work. Inspect all equipment before you use it, and only use equipment for its intended use. Always follow procedures. Make sure the cord and plug are in good condition without any frays, cracks, or cuts. If you find any damaged or malfunctioning equipment, notify your supervisor immediately so corrective action can be taken. If you use machinery as a part of your job, make sure all guards are in place and never stick your hands, arms, or other body parts into moving machinery. The machinery you work with can be used safely if you use it as you were trained. All workplace injuries, regardless of severity, should be reported to your supervisor immediately. This way, proper medical treatment can be provided if needed, and steps can be taken to prevent similar injuries from occurring. No one can predict when emergencies will occur. That's why it's important that we are all prepared to respond calmly and effectively when an emergency strikes. You'll receive additional training on emergency procedures, but here are the basics. The first rule for any emergency is to remain calm. Do not panic. Know the location of all fire extinguishers in your work area. In the event of a fire, regardless of size, the first thing to do is call the hotel operator so the fire department can be notified. Then pull the fire alarm to alert others to the potential danger. If the fire is small and you feel you can extinguish it safely, then attempt to do so. But never put yourself or others at risk by trying to extinguish a fire. Follow proper evacuation procedures when exiting the building. If the emergency involves an injury to a guest, notify your supervisor immediately. The supervisor is trained in how to best handle these situations and will respond in the proper manner. If you are a witness to an incident, try to remember exactly what you saw. Each incident is investigated, and this information will be valuable during the investigation phase. We can't possibly cover every situation you may encounter in this short video. That's why it's so important that you use common sense, exercise good judgment, and take the time to think about safety on your job every day. Your attitude and attention to safety on the job make a difference. You have a responsibility to yourself, your coworkers, and our guests to work safely. Remember, no one has a greater impact on your safety and the safety of others than you. At Starwood Hotels and Resorts, we take safety seriously, and we expect you to do the same.